These islands changed how we understand life itself. Far out in the eastern Pacific Ocean, 1,000 kilometers from the coast of South America, lies an archipelago born of fire. The Galapagos are geological infants, thrust violently from the seabed by volcanic fury. Here the crust is thin, a weak point. Molten rock from deep within the earth pushes to the surface. For millions of years, the process has built island after island, from layers of cooled black lava. The oldest islands lie to the east, weathered and sinking. The youngest grow in the west, still raw and active. This isolation is the secret to their magic. Imagine desolate, sun-baked rocks utterly devoid of life, a blank canvas awaiting colonists. Unlike a continent, these islands are a fortress with a vast moat of salt water. Any arrival had to survive a perilous journey. The journey to these remote shores was an immense challenge, a lottery of survival against incredible odds. For terrestrial animals, the voyage was particularly daunting. The most likely method of arrival was a form of accidental rafting. A violent storm on the South American mainland could have washed a tangle of vegetation out to sea, carrying with it a few unwitting passengers, perhaps a tortoise, a lizard, a few small insects. For weeks or even months, this living raft would have drifted at the mercy of the powerful ocean currents, its inhabitants exposed to the harsh sun and deprived of fresh water. Only the most durable and fortunate would have survived to be washed ashore on one of the Galapagos Islands. Once they arrived, these castaways found a world of opportunity, but also one of severe limitations. There were few, if any, large predators to hunt them, and a distinct lack of competition from other, similar species. This was a land where the rules were different. A small, unassuming finch from the mainland, for instance, would have discovered an entire landscape of unfilled niches. With no woodpeckers present, some finches began to fill that role. With no other specialized seed eaters, others adapted to crack open the unique nuts and seeds available on their particular island. This process, repeated over countless generations, was the engine of change, slowly sculpting new forms from the original ancestral stock. The sea, which had been such a formidable barrier, was also a source of immense bounty. The cold, nutrient-rich Cromwell Current, flowing from the deep ocean, collides with the warmer surface waters around the Galapagos, creating an upwelling that supports a staggering abundance of marine life. Nowhere is the story of this transformation more apparent than in the island's most iconic resident, the giant tortoise. These colossal reptiles are living monuments to the power of time and isolation. They can live for well over a century, growing to immense sizes on a diet of vegetation. But they are not all the same. On islands with lush, low-growing plants, the tortoises evolved dome-shaped shells, allowing them to push through dense undergrowth. In contrast, on drier islands where food was scarcer and grew higher up on cacti, a different form appeared. These tortoises developed extraordinary saddle-shaped shells with a high arch at the front that allows them to stretch their long necks upwards to reach the precious pads of the prickly pear. Then there are the lizards that have done the unthinkable. On coastlines all over the world, lizards scurry away from the water. But here, the marine iguana has turned to the ocean for its sustenance. It is the only lizard on the planet that forages in the sea. With partially webbed feet and a flattened tail perfect for propulsion, it dives into the chilly waters to graze on algae growing on the submerged volcanic rocks. Section 4. A Young Naturalist's Revelation. In the year 1835, a young British naturalist named Charles Darwin stepped ashore from HMS Beagle. He was just 26 years old, and he arrived with no grand theory, only a keen eye and an insatiable curiosity about the natural world. He spent 5 weeks exploring the islands, meticulously collecting specimens of plants, birds, insects, and making detailed notes on everything he saw. He observed the tortoises and noted how the vice-governor of the islands claimed he could tell which island any tortoise came from simply by looking at the shape of its shell. He was puzzled by the marine iguanas, creatures he initially described as, imps of darkness. It was the birds, however, that would prove most significant, though Darwin did not fully realize it at the time. He collected numerous specimens of finches, mockingbirds, other small birds, but he initially failed to grasp the full importance of the subtle differences between them. It was only upon his return to England, when the ornithologist John Gould examined his specimens, that the true revelation began to dawn. Gould informed a surprised Darwin that these birds were not from different groups at all. They were all varieties of finches, species new to science. Section 5. A legacy to protect. Today, the Galapagos Islands remain a living laboratory, a place of pilgrimage for scientists, and a source of wonder for all who visit. Researchers continue to study the finches, tortoises, marine iguanas, witnessing evolution happening in real time. They have observed finch beaks changing in size and shape in response to shifts in rainfall and food availability, a direct confirmation of Darwin's great insight. The islands are a priceless chronicle of life's ingenuity, teaching us profound lessons about adaptation, resilience, the intricate web of connections that binds all living things together. They are a window into the deep past of our planet and a vital tool for understanding its future. The future of the Galapagos is in our hands, a legacy of wonder that we must protect for all the generations to come. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more nature documentaries.